Hello everyone, Randy here. We're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Rattlesnake Valley on the RDAllen multiplayer server, and just myself on the server here at the moment. And we're kind of sort of playing up and down the field simulator here as well at the moment. We're plowing up field 15 here. And yes, it's going to take us a few moments to get to the other end of the field here. We're just sped up there for some reason. Not sure what was up with that. And I don't know why, but somebody stuck the fertilizer spreader on the front here. I don't know if they just figured maybe the tractor needed some weight or something. I don't know. This tractor here, we got the John Deere 8370R, by the way, probably is a little small for this size plow. But at least in the game here it works. And this currently is our largest tractor. And at least in the game here as well, you can actually pull this with the 4955. That is if you don't mind going a little bit slower. Oh, looks like we got a little hiccup going on here with the internet. Oh well. Just a reminder again, anybody that would like to join us on the multiplayer server, information is in the description of this video below. Download links for both servers. Server 1 is on Gift of the Caucasus map, and Server 2 here is on Rattlesnake Valley. I know I've been asked lately, what server am I playing on for this series? This is Server 2. So yes, if you'd like to join us on Server 2 here, make sure you download the mods for Server 2. Both servers have very similar mods on them. Try to keep them as close as possible to being the same. Obviously, with the Gift of the Caucasus map, there's a mod pack that goes with that map. So there are some additional mods for that server. And of course, for this server as well, there's a few additional mods that go with this server. Other than that, the mods that are the same between both servers are identical. There's no different mods, or different versions of a mod, I should say. So, for example, I believe this 8370 is on server 1 as well. It is the same version that is on that server. Also have a TeamSpeak server, so make sure if you are joining us on the Farming Simulator servers, make sure you join us on TeamSpeak as well. And in order to get the password to join the Farming Simulator servers, you will have to get on TeamSpeak to get that password. Been getting a couple questions lately too about TeamSpeak. How do you join TeamSpeak? How do you get TeamSpeak? TeamSpeak is a free voice chat client. And to download TeamSpeak, simply you need to go to teamspeak.com, download the client version. And from that, you can use that program then to join the TeamSpeak server. And like I said, if you don't have a mic, don't worry, you don't have to have one. You can text chat with TeamSpeak as well. Or, of course, you can always use the in-game chat as well if you prefer that. Using the TeamSpeak there just makes it a little bit easier to communicate on the Farming Simulator server here. And plus, I would say we probably have way too much fun on the TeamSpeak server here at times. And by the way, for those of you maybe not familiar with the little window on the right-hand side, they're just above, the Farming Simulator hub there. That is TeamSpeak window there. So you can see we got, who do we got up in server 1? Looks like King Joker, Dayton, and Ryan. Bull looks like he's got the AFK symbol, so he's up there, but looks like he's AFK at the moment. And as you can probably see from the window as well, I'm down in server 2. What's just a reminder again, anybody that is looking to get their own Farming Simulator server, make sure you check out the link in the description below to the Nitrato website. They are sponsoring this server here, server 2. And they offer other servers as well, so any other type of games you want to play, they do offer more than just Farming Simulator 17 servers. You can even get a Farming Simulator 15 server yet if you'd like. thinking we can actually increase the width of this here. Oh, no, don't want to do that. That was bad. When changing the width like that, something I've always learned, make sure you do a Control-Enter first. That resets the GPS. That's what I should have done. Wow, that is... Oh, you know what? It's probably the spreader on the front that threw it off. Let's disconnect that here just a moment. Recalculate. 8.4. Okay. And get rid of the offset. We don't need that. Okay, there we go. Looks like we could probably actually set this a little wider yet. This is the John Deere 2720? Yes, 2720. When you get the mod for it, it is named incorrectly. They call it the 2620. It is supposed to be the 2720, I believe. Hello. Looks like Ryan has joined us in TeamSpeak. You going to be joining on server 2? He, by the way, is one of the individuals, I believe, that doesn't have a mic, or at least does not wish to speak through a mic anyway, so he's just text chatting. Which, yes, I don't believe you can see. Yeah, no, you cannot see that in the window there. And something else I know a lot of people have asked as well, if we have Discord. No, we do not. Simply just using a TeamSpeak server. And at least for the moment, that's all we have. Essentially, TeamSpeak, Discord, very similar. At least in their function anyway, being a voice chat client. And I know another client that often gets asked about as well is Skype. The reason we do not use Skype, and it's either, TeamSpeak or Discord or something like that. TeamSpeak, and I'm not sure about Discord quite so much, but at least for TeamSpeak, it does not use very many system resources, so it's very, very light on system resources, which is very important when you're playing games. You typically want all your system resources dedicated to your game, not to your voice chat client. So that's the advantage of TeamSpeak. And like I said, I'm not as familiar with Discord, but I'm assuming very similar there. Skype, on the other hand, though, is not so nice on your system resources. Skype is definitely a system resource hog. So that is the reason why we don't use that for gaming. Now, Skype, you could argue on the other end, probably has a lot more fancy features like video chat and stuff like that. Skype, to my knowledge, doesn't have any of those features. It's simply voice chat, text chat. But again, like I was saying, when you're playing games, you don't want that dedicated to your voice chat client. You want it dedicated to your game so you get better performance in your game. Especially for those that maybe have a little bit lighter, smaller, not as quite as powerful computers. Oh, and by the way, for mods on the server, if you are joining us on the servers, we probably will have a couple of new mods here in the next couple of days. We haven't changed much for the mods here over the last couple of weeks. They've been staying pretty much the same. We do have a new John Deere chopper. It is currently on the server. Haven't activated it yet. I believe server 1 already has it. We just have not activated it on server 2 here yet. Also probably working on updating the John Deere S680 Combine. Like I said, we're probably going to reduce the capacity on that. I'll go back down to the realistic capacity. Some argument, people saying that it should be 500 bushels. Some say it's 400 bushels. Per John Deere's website, it is 400. I think it's 400 exactly bushels. which translates to 14,100 liters, which I'd like to say is pretty much what the in-game combines are as well. That is, this one's 14,500. Massey Ferguson is just a bit less. That's probably like 350 bushels if I had to guess. About the same. And yeah, the case is just a little bit less. Yeah, 12,330. So yeah, like I said, we'll probably bump that down to like 14,000 liter capacity then. And then also definitely going to take out some of the extra cameras. So probably like the 2 cameras that are on either side of the header. Or maybe we'll leave those. We'll see once. Maybe we'll take them out, leave them, we'll see once. But we'll definitely probably take out the upper above the cab view. We'll take out the rear view. We'll take out the pipe cam. The reason we're taking out the pipe cam, by the way, we have drive control on the server here. And with drive control, it provides a pipe cam. So no need for the mod itself to have a pipe cam on it. Definitely seems like I can make this wider yet, because if you look, we're plowing quite a bit over to the side here. I'd like to say, according to the shop, this is supposed to be 10 meters. And obviously with a field of this size... Oh, 11 meters. Wow, okay, 11 meters. If you look at this, though, it looks like it's actually about right according to the GPS. 8.4, I mean, it's not much overlap there. Maybe a little bit. We can see it's definitely plowing quite a bit outside of it. Let's actually set this to 11 once. Oop, let's, yeah, reset that. Again, Control-Enter resets the GPS. Now we'll try 11. There we go. Yeah, if you look at that, she is about where it is plowing. Okay, let's try that. Obviously, like I said, with the size of this field, if we can maximize our width here, that is definitely ideal. Password's the same as server 1. Okay, looks like Ryan said he is joining us. And again, like I said, he's chatting down in the TeamSpeak window there. I know you folks can't see it, unfortunately. And we'll read some comments here in a moment. Angelica was saying the most expensive baler produces round bales and wraps them automatically. I'm assuming you're probably talking about something like the Krone Ultimo or the new Kuhn baler. Arctic Wall was saying a great video. Thank you very much for that. Madid was saying, where I live in Bosnia, we only have hills, or we have a lot of hills, so we only use 3-point attached cedars, and they are usually only 3 to 4 meters wide. Now, that's something I've always found interesting as well. For those who have noticed that a lot of the European equipment typically has 3-point attachments on it. So they attach to 3-point hitches, as to, I would say probably more common, at least where I live anyway, we attach to the drawbar. Again, not sure what the advantage, disadvantage there is, but, you know, for example, the plow we're using currently here, it attaches to the drawbar. Okay, and we're back and joined by Ryan. Static Beast was saying, love the videos when you're playing Farming Simulator 17. Madid was saying, can you try wrapping round bales with the Kuhn bale wrapper? I've had a couple people now say you can wrap round bales with the Kuhn square bale wrapper. Can't verify that as I have not tested that myself. It doesn't look like the style of wrapper that could wrap round bales, but I could be wrong on that. Just a Belgian gamer was saying the John Deere looks great with the tracks. Yes, it does, and it goes faster as well, so definitely an advantage there. Oh, and I just realized I was looking at the top corner there. We currently have $0. That is because I am not logged in. Carson was saying they need to make one of these bale trailers available on the consoles. Would help a lot. Yeah, definitely no sugar beets. I guess I should probably specify that. We can only harvest the normal crops here at the moment. We don't have any sugar beet or potato harvesters. Speaking of which, we probably should do some more of that. We haven't done much potatoes or sugar beets. Anyway, back to Carson's comment there about the bale trailer. He's talking about the automatic loading trailers there. And, you know, they can load pallets, bales, etc. And yeah, somehow I don't think you're going to see that on the consoles, at least not anytime soon. I'm guessing the automatic loading script there is probably not going to be console friendly. It is barely PC friendly, I would argue. While it works great, it does create quite a bit of lag at times. The King Cotto says, remember Sinking Sim 15? Yes, that was always a fun game, was it not? Sinking Simulator 15. They've definitely made it a lot better here in 17, by the way. You obviously still have the synchronization yet, which is still, in my opinion, quite annoying, but oh well, not much you can do about it, I guess. Looks like somebody's actually fertilized part of this field here. All our current seeders fertilized, by the way, so that's why we don't usually fertilize the fields or have to fertilize the fields. I'm not even sure why we actually have this particular spreader. About the only time we use it is when we buy a field. Usually the fields you buy are not fertilized. That's just a little pro tip there, by the way, if you ask me. When you buy a field, make sure you run the fertilizer across it first, and you'll basically almost double your yield. At least depending on what setting you're using anyway for, you know, 1 level of fertilization or 3 levels of fertilization. Now, yes, if you're using 3 levels of fertilization, then I guess you're only going to be able to get 1 level on it, because if the crop's already ripe, that's about all you can get. Okay, so we're going to get away with 11 meters here. It would appear we are going to. We'll have to see what's on the next pass, I guess. Glitchy was saying, I like that combine. I'll have to see about getting the mod so I can play on the server. Again, like I said, anybody is welcome to join us. Kind of your preference if you want to play on server 1, server 2. Like I said, we're kind of running 2 different maps, so whatever your preference is. Rattlesnake Valley so far has just been a pretty much standard farming map. It's a nice big farming map, I might add. This is a 4X map, so 4 times larger than, say, Goldcrest Valley, so 4 times larger than a normal map. And you know, I'm thinking we need a server restart here. We're stuck going a little bit slow and alternating speeds again. Could be my internet connection's acting up, but it doesn't look like it. The last time we had issues there, oh, I don't remember what episode that was. I'm thinking maybe it was episode 2 or something like that. You folks may recall. Couldn't figure out why this tractor was going so slow. Yeah, it turns out the server must have been being derpy. We simply had to restart the server there, and then everything was back to normal. I'm thinking that might be what we have to do here again. The BMX brother says, I want John Deere on the console so bad. Hard to say on that one what's going to happen there. I'm not sure. I know a lot of people are saying, well, Giants doesn't have a license, so you'll probably never see him on console. I'm not sure if that's going to be the answer or not, but I would have to imagine at some point you'll probably see some John Deere mods on the console, I would think. I don't think the licensing issues would stop him from doing that, seeing as how it is from other modders. Greg was saying the Lamitrius PLT20R holds more bales than the Big Daddy trailer, and I've had no problems with it. Also has a regular ball joint attachment, so you can use it with any stock tractor or truck. Not sure if that's part of the regular pack or not. I haven't looked at that particular trailer. I'm guessing it's not, because we do have that on the server here, the Lamitrius pack. Typically like to use, let's see what server, or what trailer. Yeah, I believe it's this trailer right here we like to use quite a bit. Kind of a nice, cheap, larger capacity trailer, holds 40,000. That is actually one of the trailers we're using on the server here at the moment. And it is starting to get a little dark on here. So I turn the lights on here. Quite the lights on this tractor, I'll have to say. Not 100% sure, like I said before, if I'm sold on the way they did the lights on this tractor. In some ways it looks cool, in some ways it's not. Greg was asking what's a good single-player map you can suggest. Well, if you're looking for a large map, I would have to suggest Rattlesnake Valley here. Again, only if you want a large map, though. This is a large, like I said, 4X map. Starts to get a little big, if you ask me, for a single player, but if you like course play and hired workers and all that good stuff, probably a good map to choose. Jason was asking, why is 25,000 liters capacity too much for the combine? The New Holland harvester I use has a 100,000 liter capacity. Like I said, that is very unrealistic. Both the 100,000, that is like way over unrealistic, and even the 25,000 is way over. And like I said before, I like to keep my mods to the somewhat realistic side of things. Like I've said before, you know, why stop at 100,000 liters then? Why not make it 1,000,000 liters? Why not make it 10 million liters the combine can hold then? You know, why stop at 100,000? So, you know, my argument's always been just stop at realistic, or close to the realistic capacity. In this case, 14,000 liters or so. Or possibly more if it's a 500 bushel capacity. Like I said, there is some debate in the comments about that, if the combine holds 500 or 400. And like I said, according to the John Deere specs for the John Deere combines there, it is 400 bushel capacity. Jason was asking, how do you get the 3 driveline symbols in your HUD next to the fuel browser symbol? Those are from Drive Control Mod. The first one there is enable, disable 4-wheel drive, and the next 2 are the differentials. So you can lock your front and rear differentials. Doesn't really offer much other than the ability to turn it on and off, as Farming Simulator does manage that by default. But Drive Control Mod does add a couple of other nice little features as well. Like I said with Combine, for example, it doesn't offer the pipe cam. And of course, it is kind of cool, you know, being able to turn the four-wheel drive on and off and all the differentials as well. Something to keep in mind, I believe it does increase the fuel usage. James is saying to get the repair shop. So yes, for Gold Crest Valley, that's probably the problem. I think we're going to get the repair shop. We might even get the larger Vultra as well. We'll see how we are doing money-wise. The bales definitely pay quite well. And we have like 200 and some pigs we're going to sell as well. About the pigs there on Gold Crest Valley, I know a couple people have been asking about that. I thought you said you were going to sell the pigs. Yes, I absolutely plan on selling the pigs yet. I'm just going to wait till we're close to buying field. Yeah, we're going to have to move this over. Yeah, it looks like we are. Yes. See if this shifts over here a moment. Nope, we're not going to get away with 11 meters here, are we? Looks like we might be able to get away with 10, though. Okay, let's see if that's that'll work. See, we missed a little bit on this side here as well, didn't we? Nope, we still need to move over just a little more. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to worry too much, you know, for missing little spots here and there. There we go. Looks like we finally got it. Anyway, back to Gold Crest Valley. They're talking about the pigs. Yes, I absolutely still plan on selling the pigs there on Gold Crest Valley yet. I'm just going to wait until we're close to buying Field 5, so that way I don't waste the money on anything else. You know, so once we have close to enough money, we'll sell the pigs, and that'll hopefully make up the difference there. Well, like I said, currently have a little over 200 and some pigs, I believe. They are starting to look a little bit unhealthy again because they're going to be starving pretty quick. So hopefully we'll, yeah, sell them pretty quickly here. At least, at the very least, once they run out of food, then we'll definitely be selling them, which I'm pretty sure that won't happen. Pretty sure we'll have enough money here after we sell a next load of bales. What you were saying, I love the video. Skipper says hi. Danielle was saying the fields and roads tend to be bigger, plus the drier as well. I'm assuming talking about European fields there. Samuel was saying, filling the seeder in the game is a pain sometimes. Yes, it can be. Especially, like I said, trying to use the Ford resupply truck there. Sometimes getting what you actually want out of it can be a real pain. You know, you want, say, seeds, and you get fuel, or you want fertilizer, and you get seeds. Actually, it's usually the other way around. The seeds almost always run out first, and you have to refill the seeds. And it seems like it always ends up refilling the fertilizer instead of the seeds. Josh was saying the Vultra you have is plenty big enough to run the square baler if you have the largest engine option. Technically, he is right on that, although I would have to disagree with him. Based on the in-game stats, the square baler requires 185 horsepower, and yes, maxed out, the Vultra N Series has 185 horsepower, which, by the way, is the Vultra we have on Gold Crest Valley. But like I said, technically I'd have to disagree with him on that. I would say that tractor's actually way too small for that square baler. I'm not sure how big the next size Vultra here is. So yeah, there's the Vultra N Series we have. Like I said, it can go up to 185 horsepower, which is the minimum requirement for that baler. Let's see, where's the next one? The Vultra S Series. We must have missed one. I'm pretty sure there's another one in here somewhere. Ah, yes, here we go, the T-Series. So T-Series can go up to 250 horsepower. I would argue even this tractor, realistically speaking, is probably a little small for that baler. You know, it's this size of tractors we're looking at right here that would be more for the baler. Probably starting about this Steyr, maybe. How big is the Steyr? Yeah, starting probably about the Steyr here. This is probably about the smallest tractor you'd want to go with. The JCB is, how big is the JCB? Yeah, even the JCB could probably use this maybe. So yeah, you know, this size of tractor, so like the Vulture S series here, that is definitely a big tractor. That's probably a little bit big, but something you got to keep in mind with the square balers. The square balers tend to be quite heavy. So not just the horsepower rating on the tractor, you need the weight on the tractor as well. You know, that's something to keep in mind too. For example, like John Deere here, the John Deere 7000 series, the 7R series tractors, there's a lot of really high horsepower 7R tractors. You know, so why get a 7R versus, say, an 8R? Both have about the same horsepower. Advantage of the 8R here is they are much larger, heavier tractor. So when you're pulling something like, say, this Ripper here, you're probably going to want the weight. And yes, by the way, I'm aware the 8R series goes much larger than the 7R series. I'd like to say 7R maxes out around 300 and some odd horsepower, whereas the 8R series maxes out around 400 and some odd horsepower. Jason was saying you should make a course for Field 20, picking up the bales. Technically, I wouldn't really have to make one, as the course we use for all the other implements there, the merger, the baler, and the wrapper would be the same course. We would just have to set an offset. And if you wanted Courseplay to unload, I'm not sure if Courseplay would unload that trailer or not. That'd be a slight question, but we could definitely make Courseplay a unload course if we had to. Probably throw like a waiting point or something in it. That would probably solve the unload problem if Courseplay can't unload. But anyway, folks, looking at the time, looks like it's about time to wrap up the episode. We've made it up and down the field here a couple times, playing, like I said, up and down the field simulator here. So anyway, again, if folks want to join us on the multiplayer server, information is in the description of this video below. Again, anybody is welcome to join. And of course, if you have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.